You may be going through a tough time right now. You might feel stuck, broken, maybe even hopeless. And when you're feeling down in that place, the last thing you want to hear somebody say is, just be happy. I get it. If I were in hell, I wouldn't want to hear somebody preach about joy either. But I also know this. There is a way to find glimmers of joy even in the dark places. And when you do, it just might help you survive. It helps you heal and move forward stronger. Today, I want to share a painful personal story with you from one of the hardest seasons of my life, and the 5 habits I learned that allow joy to show up even in the middle of hell. There was a time in my life that I thought my whole life had collapsed. My wife, 2 young daughters, and I moved to Arizona so my wife could pursue her doctorate degree. 2 years later, our marriage was in shambles. I filed for divorce and I moved out. She asked if she could move back to California with the kids because she got a job at a community college. I was working as a grocery store manager. I thought it would be better for the kids to move back to California so they could be closer to their grandparents, have more stability. I'd stay back, sell the house, and work on getting a transfer. So there I was, in a city I didn't want to be in, without my kids, without my family, watching my marriage crumble. I felt devastated, angry, ashamed, and more lonely than I've ever been in my whole life. So one night I was sitting at a bar, having my first drink in 2 years. I realized I had a choice. I could either spiral deeper into this depression, or I could decide I was going to rebuild my life for me, for my daughters, and for my future. That moment became a turning point, and from it came these 5 habits that helped me start finding sparks of joy even in the darkest time. Habit 1, find your tribe, because you can't do life alone. The first thing I knew was that I needed people. I couldn't do life alone, so I found a men's group. I found a tribe where I could process my pain, feel supported, and know I belonged. That's the first hidden habit of joy, finding your tribe. Because joy is rarely found in isolation. Even in hell, joyful people are intentional about their relationships. They surround themselves with people who give them life, not drain it. If you're struggling right now, ask yourself, who are my life givers? Who are my safe people? Reach out, make a call, schedule a coffee. You don't need a crowd. You need 1 or 2 people who will sit down with you in the middle of the storm. Habit 2, find your higher power, spirit, God, or universe. The second shift was spiritual. I'd always been a Christian. I just hadn't been to church in years. So I started going to church in Arizona. I started attending again. I found peace in morning prayers. And at night, when I'd stare at Orion's belt, I found a calm. And I knew that life was bigger. It was bigger than just me. When I didn't have faith in myself, it helped me to have faith in my higher power. That's what I call the positive lens. It's choosing to see life through a frame of gratitude and faith, even when circumstances scream otherwise. Brené Brown discovered something. It's not joy that makes us grateful. It's gratitude that makes us joyful. Even in hell, gratitude is possible, and gratitude changes everything. Try this tonight. Name 3 things that you're grateful for. That happened today. The small things. Then ask yourself the deeper question, why did that happen? The why roots joy even deeper. Habit 3, take care of your body. Movement as medicine. In Arizona, I was 20 pounds overweight, depressed, and unmotivated. But I knew I couldn't stay there, so I joined a gym. I cleaned up my diet. I started walking, lifting, and sweating again. The more I moved, the more alive I felt. And slowly, the anger and the sadness loosened up a little bit. That's embodied joy. Joy just isn't in your head, it's in your body. Movement creates endorphins, and it shakes off the stress. It reminds you you're still alive. Here's the truth. You don't have to wait to feel good before you move. Move first, and joy follows. Ask yourself, what's the one way I used to move when I was a kid that brought me joy? Bring that back. Dance in the kitchen. Walk barefoot in the grass. Do it for joy, not for calories. Hey, this is Ken. I help people wake up to their true purpose. If this video is speaking to you, be sure to subscribe. We have a growing community, and we have weekly videos that help us wake up to our purpose and live our best lives. Habit 4 is joy amplification, anchoring to what matters most. My deepest devotion was my daughters. They were my reason. I called them every night. I flew monthly to California to see them for 3 days. I promised myself once I got back to California, I'd give them stability and a bright future. That's joy amplification. When you focus on what matters most, even in the pain, you amplify the joy that still exists. Every night call, every visit, every laugh with my kids, it didn't erase hell, but it reminded of me why I was still fighting. Ask yourself, what devotions can I amplify right now? Maybe it's your kids, your purpose, your craft, your faith. Whatever it is, hold on to it and let it multiply your joy. Habit 5, envision your future. Have a compelling vision of that future. Every week I called HR asking about that transfer. I held on to that belief that someday I'd make it back home to California. It took over a year before I got that call. We have an opening in California. That phone call changed everything. But here's the point. I didn't wait until that phone call to feel my joy. I gave myself hope by envisioning that better future before it arrived. Joyful people always carry something to look forward to. It doesn't have to be big. It can be coffee with a friend, a new project, or a vision of who you're becoming. That anticipation releases dopamine and it fuels resilience. If you're in hell right now, set a new future goal. Something to look forward to next week or next month or even next year. Let it carry you through the tough time. So Arizona was hell for me. Divorce, loneliness, being separated from my kids. It was the hardest season of my life. But here's what I learned. Joy isn't in the absence of pain. It's the presence of hope, gratitude, connection, movement, and vision. The 5 habits: find your tribe, your higher power, take care of your body, joy amplification, and envision future joy. They aren't quick fixes. They're lifelines. They're how you find sparks of joy, even when life feels unbearable. If you're there right now, hear this. This moment does not define you. You will get through this. You will come out stronger, and joy is still possible, even here, right now. I want to hear from you. Which of the 5 habits spoke to you? Put it in the comments. Share your story. It might just help somebody else. Your story might be the encouragement somebody else needs. Like and share this video. Help me grow this channel so I can help more people. Thanks for watching. Keep on going. Keep moving. Keep trucking. And remember, you can find joy even when you're traveling through hell.